Coach, as May kind of ends, we're going into June, new month, a lot of new teams to play to. How are you feeling compared to May walking into June right now?
Yeah, look, I think our group right now is at a point in the season where after this match, we have an international break and then we have a busy June and July leading into the Leagues Cup competition. And the last four matches have been difficult in terms of results. So we're aware of that. What we want to do right now is put all of our focus and attention on Toronto and try to leave this period of May with a really positive result against them. And going into June and July, try to gain a little bit of momentum, especially heading into the international break. That's kind of where we are right now.
What's difficult? What challenges does Toronto pose for this Saturday? What are you gonna look to try to pull out and get those 3 points?
Yeah, I think Toronto poses a number of challenges. They're very well coached. I think that you can see that this year. John Herman's come in and done a really nice job just organizing his group. And then the next piece is, the talent that they have to work with. I think they have a very talented roster, and they're organized in a fashion with that talent that makes them a very dangerous team in a number of phases of the game. So, if we make mistakes with the ball and turn the ball over in bad areas, they have players that can punish you. And I would say defensively too, they do a really good job of disrupting opponents. So we're gonna have to be ready in our own way and make sure that we're ready for the fight. And I know that we will be.
About the I guess just in coming home to Audi, I know it's been said many times, many ways, but just coming back off a road loss and then coming back home, just how does that reinvigorate the squad and you folks out there knowing you're gonna have it's gonna be
Yeah, we love the atmosphere at Audi Field, and I think that when we are in our way, we energize the crowd. The crowd energizes us, and we want to provide a good performance for our supporters. We didn't feel great about the way that we left the Chicago match, and then we came off a tough result against Montreal midweek. So we have to provide for them as they provide for us, and that's going to be our plan for the night.
Now we'll take some from Zoom, Matt.
We'll go to Dave Johnson.
Hey, Troy, you made a great comment earlier this week about we're not that far. DC United is not that far removed from Atlanta, and I think you said considered one of the best, games of the season. Can you describe why you think that? And do you still feel like the team is close to that, or 3 points in Atlanta, but it's tough to get 3 points since? Just your thoughts on that.
Yeah, thanks for that, Dave. The profession that we're in is one in which you get feedback every single week. So you get feedback when you win, when you draw, when you lose, and there's objective feedback that's there. But then there's a lot of things that are beyond that, and I think oftentimes it can be negative, critical feedback, and that's okay. It should be at certain times. We have to be honest with ourselves whenever the performance isn't right. But when you look at the whole scope of the first half of this season, the things that we've put in place to try to really reset and reinvent DC United in a new way going forward in 2024, there are many things that I think that we can feel good about. And the objective side of things about what our identity is and how we rank in regards to those objective measurables. One more time, we're doing things in an intentional way, and we're seeing the results on the field. It doesn't always materialize in 3 points, and there's plenty of things that we have to continue to work on to realize 3 points every single week. But I know if we continue down this path, that we're going to be in a good place by the end of the season and many seasons to come. I can feel confident about that.
As part of that confidence that you do have a team that, we sensed it the other night, that goals can come, chances can come. So you get down, it doesn't anyway to us feel like the end of the world. It's not great to concede a goal, but that ability to play through and come back.
Yeah, this is a little bit of the messaging to the group today, is that on the one hand, like you said, we don't want to concede, and we certainly don't want to concede goals that are our own mistakes. And I think that that's something that we have to take accountability for, not just individually, but collectively as a group. But the flip side of that is exactly on point, I would say, which is we have the top goal scorer in the league right now, tied for 13 goals, and Christian Benteke. We have, I think, 3 out of the top 10, 12 players in assists with Jared Stroud, Aaron Herrera, and Matty Click. And just in general, as a team, we in our identity, we create a number of goal scoring chances every single match. So we have a lot of confidence in our ability to go and put goals on the score sheet. And so what has to match that though is the result in order for us to take the next step. And that's something that we're going to continue to work at.
Next, we'll go to Bruce Murray.
Hey Troy, how you doing?
Good, Bruce.
Yeah, beautiful day today. I'm sure it's beautiful out in Leesburg today. But I was watching in the second half, and there's no question you guys started playing at a higher tempo. And in that behavior, is that the time where you have to get more chances, or you have to be on target, on frame, and obviously watch for the counter on the other side? Did we see that correctly? That the tempo went up, the press?
Yeah, absolutely. But I think the steps before that, Bruce, are what we always want to address, which is that's the tempo that we want in terms of being proactive prior to being down in a match or down a man, in these challenging circumstances. We want to do that from the beginning, and that'll give us the type of urgency that we want to be aggressive and put ourselves in better positions than being behind.
And how about the overall physical situation with the squad? I mean, legs, everyone doing well, good recovery. I know they have great facilities. The guys are feeling good.
Yeah, today was it was good to see them back on the field. Yesterday we had a regen session, and that was coming off of travel and the guys being a little bit tired. But today I could see the energy back in the group, and one more night's rest, and we'll be ready to go tomorrow night.
Sounds great. Good luck, Troy.
Thank you.
Lastly, we'll go to Neil Davidson.
Thank you. Hi, Troy. It's Neil Davidson from the Canadian Press in Toronto. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Neil.
As you know, we in Toronto are very familiar with Alex Bono from his time here. How has your goalkeeper done for you?
Yeah, I appreciate that. I've talked about Alex a few times over the last 2-3 months, and I'm proud of him. I'm happy for him that he's been able to step back into a starting role and take advantage of that. Because I know that he's had some highs in his career, obviously lifting a trophy with Toronto, and then he had to go into a situation where he was fighting to get back into that number one position. And so he's made a number of saves this year that have kept us in matches. I think Chicago just a week ago is a good example of that. And we're gonna need Alex to be in that type of form for us the rest of the year so he can continue to earn the number one spot and help us ultimately get results ourselves.
Thank you.
That's all, Troy. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Good luck Saturday.
Thank you.
Up next, we'll have DC United defender Steve Birnbaum. If you have a question for Steven, please raise your hand. Thank you.
All right, you want to start us off?
Yeah, so, appreciate it, but, last game, 4 goals allowed. What's kind of the goal and the mindset going into Toronto on the defensive side of the ball?
Yeah, defensive side of the ball, it's got to be buttoned up. Definitely more than it's been. That starts with, me in the back line and yeah, moving forward. But we just have to be better all around. We're focused. We're eager to get back out there quickly after a loss like that. And so we want to come back at home to Audi and put on a performance for our fans and give them something to cheer about, and that's a win.
Is it, speaking about Audi Field, is it great to, you coming off a tough road loss and coming back, home, so quickly? How reinvigorating is that, knowing you'll have your raucous, crowd of supporters there?
Yeah.
To give them a shout.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge to have our supporters back at the field at Audi Field for us, especially in a quick turnaround after a game like we just went through, after a tough result, coming back home with our crowd before break. It's going to be a huge momentum play for us, and so we're just ready to get back in there and give the fans something to cheer for.
Yes. I have one more, just about how is this team? You've been on the team for several years now, and just how's it been going in terms of chemistry and players integrating with each other? I mean, you record aside, you guys are putting up some great stats and getting some putting together some good plays and goals and things like that.
Yeah, I think I mean we're obviously building something. It's been a new system, new obviously staff, and so they've integrated us really well. Obviously, starting during preseason and throughout the year. There's ups and downs throughout every season, and we're going through a down part right now, and it's just about picking ourselves back up and kind of working together and getting out of this and building momentum for the second half of the year.
We'll throw it to Zoom, Matt.
We'll go to Dave Johnson.
Stephen, you just mentioned building something and saw the other night. You got down and you came back and could have gotten a point at least in Montreal. It seems like, can you talk about the belief that the team has, if that is correct, in what is building, what Troy is preaching? Because teams that don't believe can easily put their heads down.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, we have full belief and full confidence in what we're doing and building through our system and understanding that maybe the results haven't gone our way or we haven't done enough to get those results, and we understand that. But it's on us to kind of right the ship and get it moving in the right direction. And like you said, we got guys who aren't going to give up, and guys are going to fight till the end. And we've been in every game, even the ones that don't look great. We're still in it, and we fight and push till the end. And hopefully the results will start turning, and we keep moving forward and believing in ourselves. And like I said, I think the staff's done a great job of bringing us together and having that belief. And we just got to start putting complete matches together.
And to be better defensively, where does that start? I mean, I know you say it starts with you, or it starts with each individual, obviously, but communication, or what's missed, because it's a game of fine margins. You lose 1 second and you lose a goal.
That's right. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. It's fine margins. It's being locked in, but it's also us, kind of being better with the ball as well. And we have to eliminate these transition moments where we get caught. And so it's on the whole group to take care of the ball, put ourselves in better positions to be more organized defensively. And so, from the back, we see everything, but also you can't control everything at the same time. But, we're last line of defense, but it starts up front, and the guys up front have been working their tails off to get in the right positions and be in good spots. And we just have to, like I said, eliminate those small moments.
Next, we'll go to Bruce Murray.
Hey, Steve, how you doing?
Yeah, good.
Hey, how are you feeling? How are the legs? The team, you guys had a good regen session yesterday, coach said? Yeah,
feeling good. Good regen session. Obviously we're down some numbers, but I think it's an opportunity for a lot of guys to step up in these spots, and guys are ready to get back home. I think, like I said before, I think that tough road loss and having a quick turnaround like this kind of reinvigorates guys and wanting to prove a point, especially before a break. Guys are ready to rock. Awesome. And then real quick,
the tempo seemed to pick up, really pick up in the second half for a short period of time. Was that something that was coming off the bench? Was that something you guys just saw something out there where you could attack, or was that, direction from the staff? They saw something.
Yeah, I think it was, I mean, it was kind of all of us, we felt it on the field. The staff mentioned it at halftime, that, even with a man down, we were there to push and fight and potentially come out with a tie or a win. And, we wanted to come out with a win, and it was unfortunate to not get there. Guys put in a good shift, especially the guys coming off the bench. That's a tough game to come into when you're a man down. And so, credit to the group for continuing to fight. But like I said, it's just about putting the entire game together, and that's what we're looking to do on Saturday.
Good luck, Steve.
Thanks.
And lastly, we'll go to Dennis Gomez.
Hey, Steve, thank you for speaking with us. Going back to the Inter Miami game where you guys almost get the clean sheet, what can be replicated from that game defensively to get all 3 points this weekend?
Yeah, I think you saw in the Miami game, we were extremely compact, difficult to play through. And that's something we need to get back to. Those are different circumstances, I think, when you play against a team like that. But coming back home, we want to be on the front foot. We want to be the ones that they're adapting to. And so for us coming into this game, we're focused more on ourselves, and we want to make sure that we're buttoned up kind of, throughout the middle of the field.
Thank you.
That's all, Stephen. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Good to see you. See you tomorrow.